Good morning.
Good morning.
Let's try this again. Good morning.
Good morning.
There we go. So one of the things that happens in church after a while is that we take the Bible in these little tiny pieces. And the difficulty with that is we lose the big stories. Because it's hard to preach from a big story, and you sort of get lost when you try to read a big story. So what we're going to do this morning is we're going to walk our way through one of these big stories together, slowly. But we're going to see it because it's easier if we see it. And in fact, it's easier if we do it. So I need some help this morning. Our story has 4 parts. I need a narrator, I need a man and a wife, and I need an angel. I don't know. Okay, so what would you like to be, Axel? You'd like to be an angel. Do we need your mother's permission for you to pretend you're an angel, or is that okay? Okay, he's always an angel. Good. Okay, so I need a narrator. Who would like to narrate our story? Okay, we have a narrator for our story, and then we need a man and a wife. Who don't have to be man and wife. Okay, good. We have our man and wife here. So you're a man named Noah, and you don't get a name. You're just wife.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to walk our way through this story little by little. You want to turn around. There's some action in here, but not a great deal of it. Okay. Are we all set? Okay, so start us off, Mr. Narrator.
There was a certain man of Zorah, of the tribe of the Danites, whose name was Manoah. His wife was barren, having borne no children.
So the first thing we need to remember, as Rachel already said, is that Mother's Day is not a great day for everybody. There are some women who really, really, really wanted to be mothers, and it just never happened for them. There are some women who really, really, really didn't want to be mothers and just wanted some companionship for an evening, and surprise, 9 months later, ended up being mothers. There are people whose mothers have died. There are women who tried their best. They worked really, really hard at being mothers, and then in the end, their kids turned out to be, physicists and things like that. So it can be a difficult day for many people. And certainly, if there was Mother's Day back in ancient Israel, it would have been a difficult day for Manoah's wife.
And the angel of the Lord appeared to the woman and said to her...
Oh, so first of all, we have to move Manoah out of the scene here for a minute, because he doesn't get to be part of this. So the angel of the Lord appears to the woman and says to her,
"Although you are barren, having borne no children, you shall conceive and bear a son. Now be careful and do not drink wine or strong drink, or eat anything unclean, for you shall conceive and bear a son. No razor is to come upon his head, for the boy shall be a Nazarite to God from birth. And it is he who shall begin to deliver Israel from the hands of the Philistines."
Okay, so this is... You can hang on to this, actually. So this is one of many barren women stories in the Bible. Right? And if you think back to your Old Testament stories, Sarah was barren for much of her life. Hannah, there's a story in 2 Kings 5 about a Shunammite woman, another anonymous woman who bears a son. And so there's this pattern to these stories, that the angel appears and so on and so forth. And usually they're given some sort of important task. And often they're named. This woman is not named. So the angel comes and appears to this woman and says to her, "You are going to become a mother of a child." In a lot of ways, in ancient Israel, this is her most important task. Right? When she gets married, when she's born, she gets born to the task of producing a child. Right? And to continue on, because this is survival, that they don't have old age security except insofar as they have children. And as you get older, the work in the field gets harder and harder and harder. And if you don't have kids to start doing it for you, after a while, you can't feed yourself. Right? And so motherhood is very important. She, of course, does many, many other things to contribute to the survival of her family and the survival of Israel. But this is socially seen as her most important task. When we were in Ghana, in one of the tribal groups there, women actually had to prove they were fertile before they could get married. So first you had a child, and then you got married, and then you were eligible for marriage. That's how important, right, being able to conceive was. So it's a job worth doing. It's a job also that's worth doing well. So the woman is supposed to not do this and not do that because the boy is supposed to be strong and healthy. Right? It's not good enough, sorry about this, it's not good enough to bring people into the world. Children need a strong start.
Then the woman came and told her husband.
So you have to go talk to your husband about all this.
These are quick. Mess with the
Use
microphone.
or-
A man of God came to me, and his appearance was like that of an angel of God, most awe-inspiring. I did not ask him where he came from, and he did not tell me his name. But he said to me, "You shall conceive and bear a son. So then drink no wine or strong drink, and eat nothing unclean. For the boy shall be a Nazarite to God, from birth to the day of his death."
I often wonder about the tone of her voice when she says this initially. Is she happy? Does she want children? Is she excited? Is she confused? One of my students once suggested that what the Bible really needs is emoticons in it, so we can sort of get a better sense of tone of voice. But there are no emoticons in ancient Hebrew. When she tells her husband about this, her emphasis is on the messenger rather than on the message. A man of God came to me, and he was really good looking. And I didn't get his phone number. And, he wouldn't even tell me his name. Oh, and by the way, I'm going to have a baby. Right? So, maybe she doesn't even want the baby. As we go along, we get the sense that maybe what she really just wanted was someone intelligent to talk to. Which is, interestingly enough, often how women become mothers.
Then Manoah entreated the Lord and said,
O Lord, I pray, let the man of God whom you sent come to us again and teach us what we are to do concerning the boy who will be born.
God listened to Manoah, and the angel of God came again to the woman as she sat in the field. But her husband Manoah was not with her.
So Manoah wants his own message. He's not happy with the second-hand report he got. He wants his own appearance. And he says to God, "We want you to come to us again." Right? And it's sort of one of these Alice in Wonderland sort of thing, right? Where you can come to us or you can come again, but you can't come to us again because I didn't come to the two of you in the first place. So God listens to the again, but not to the us part of the request. And so the angel appears to the woman. Notice also that the woman is in the field, which means that she's already being productive, thank you very much. And her husband apparently isn't in the field. We don't know what he's doing. Maybe he's being useful somewhere else. Maybe he isn't. We don't know.
So the woman ran quickly and told her husband,
"The man who came to me the other day has appeared to me."
Manoah got up and followed his wife, and came to the man and said to him,
Are you the man who spoke to this woman?
I am.
and he said, Then Manoah said,
Now, when your words come true, what is to be the boy's rule of life? What is he to do?
The angel of the Lord said to Manoah,
Let the woman give heed to all I said to her. She may not eat of anything that comes from the vine. She's not to drink wine or strong drink, or eat any unclean thing. She's to observe everything I command her.
Ah, good. So the angel repeats the message. Notice that Manoah calls his wife this woman. Just a little Mother's Day hint here. If you're taking your mother out for a meal today, don't call her this woman. Okay? It's not going to work very well. And Manoah wants rules for the boy who is about to come. But the angel gives rules for the woman. She's not supposed to do this. She's not supposed to do that. And there's nothing new in this message. He just repeats what he already said. The angel has one clear message for Manoah. This isn't about you.
Manoah said to the angel of the Lord,
Allow us to detain you and prepare a kid for you.
The angel of the Lord said to Manoah,
If you detain me, I will not eat your food. But if you want to prepare a burnt offering, then offer it to the Lord.
For Manoah did not know that he was the angel of the Lord. Then Manoah said to the angel of the Lord,
What is your name, so that we may honor you when your words come true?
But the angel of the Lord said to him,
Why do you ask my name? It is too wonderful.
Okay. So Manoah wants to prepare a kid for the angel. So for those of you who are only half paying attention here, he wants to offer a goat and not a child. It's useful to know. So Manoah wants something. He wants something from the angel. He wants some sort of special connection to God, right? So he's going to offer this sacrifice, and the next time he needs something, he's going to say, God, remember? Remember what I did for you? Right? Now you owe me. Right? And he wants to know the angel's name, because that way, next time he needs something, he's going to go, oh yeah, I know the name of an angel. I can help you. And he's going to go to his neighbors, and he's going to say to them, you know what? I know the name of an angel, you don't. You need something, you come to me, I'll go talk to the angel. We can arrange this together. Manoah wants something for himself, which makes him a lot like the rest of us. Right? We want control. It would really be nice to control the future. It would really be nice to know what is going to happen, or to be able to influence what is happening, and especially in regards to our children. It would be really, really nice to have a little bit more control over what it is they're going to do, over what it is they're going to become. But this is not ours to have.
So Manoah took the kid with the grain offering and offered it on the rock to the Lord, to him who works wonders. When the flame went up toward heaven from the altar, the angel of the Lord ascended in the flame of the altar, while Manoah and his wife looked on. And they fell on their faces to the ground. The angel of the Lord did not appear again to Manoah and his wife. Then Manoah realized that it was the angel of the Lord.
Most of the action in this part of the story is done by Manoah and the angel. But from God's perspective, most of the real important action needs to be done by Manoah's wife. God wants the mother to do the work here, and not some angel, and not some man. Until Manoah gets involved here, none of this is particularly religious. Right? She isn't expected to do sacrifice or special prayer or something like that. It's all very practical. The angel doesn't want all this religious stuff. The angel says to her, what we need here is someone to deliver Israel from the Philistines, which means we need a strong and healthy baby. So you have to eat and act in a certain way so that we have a strong and healthy baby, because this baby has work to do.
And Manoah said to his wife,
We shall surely die, for we have seen God.
But his wife said to him,
If the Lord had meant to kill us, he would not have accepted a burnt offering and a grain offering in our hands, or shown us all these things, or now announced to us such things as these.
So the man gets all theological here. He says, well, abstractly, we know that if you see God, you will die, and therefore we are going to die. The woman remains very practical. She says, look, if God had really wanted to kill us, why would he say all these things to us? And why would he promise us a child if he's just going to kill us? Because it's going to be really hard to have a child if we're both dead. Right? So, and oddly enough, this remains true in academics, in much of academics today. Right? That men sit around and do abstract theology, and they end up with abstract ideas that sound really good, and women often remain very practical. Right? So, what does this matter? What does this do? Much theology today is possible because somebody else is staying home and preparing the food and things like that. And much theology today would be much better if the person doing the theology would spend more time changing diapers and doing the dishes. In the end, mothering is about very practical things. It's about diapers and getting kids around and doing this and doing that. Lots of basic practical things. Mothering is also, hopefully, about love and joy, which is not mentioned in this passage, unfortunately. And hopefully, Samson, who's going to end up, by the way, being the kid here, right? Samson is going to have some love and joy in his life. We don't know. In the end, Mother's Day celebrates an ideal. It's an ideal that's worth celebrating. Mothering is worth doing well. But hopefully also, as we celebrate, we affect reality. That mothering is worth doing well, and it's worth celebrating, so we should celebrate it regularly and more often. Mothering is worth doing well, so those of you who are mothers, should continue to try to do it well, and the rest of us should continue to try to be grateful. Amen.